Warning! Watching Reactive Terrain RC may cause sudden urges to buy just one more micro RC. Side effects may include angry spouse, living room converted into crawler course, and uncontrollable impulse RC purchasing. Viewers' discretion is advised. Terms and conditions apply. Reactive Terrain RC accepts no responsibility for loss of savings accounts, late night AliExpress browsing, arguments with the other half, or mystery appearances of yet another RC package on your doorstep. By watching this video, you automatically agree to them terms and conditions whether you read this or not, which is probably not really the case because honestly, whoever listens to this part will read this part anyway.
Hey guys, welcome to Reactive Terrain. This is a rig breakdown, not a rig build. No, we are just going to take a quick look at this and see it in action. I'm going to apologise for all the mooing. It's not G-Dog because G-Dog isn't here. It is me on my own. They are working on the cows, doing whatever they need to do. Right, so there might be a bit of background noise with a lot of cows going on. The farmer probably doing testing or weighing today. Probably not the best day to come down and do some videoing, but there we go, we're here. So this is the FCX24 COE build, and it compiles of pretty much 3D printed parts and multiple manufacturer accessories. So let's talk about the body. The body is just I actually just found the file on Colts 3D. I didn't do anything with it. I just scaled it up, sized it up to the size I wanted, and 3D printed it. So nothing exciting there. The only thing I had to do, or what I wanted to do, is didn't have to do it. Oh, this is why I use Velcro, not magnets. 2 seconds. All right, so the only thing I did do is if you actually have a look in here, you can see there are some scar lines. And I actually took a V out of the front. So just next to the light and kind of come down. So it was about 4 mil at the bottom to a point. And then I heated it up nice and gently and basically pulled this front end in. So I gave it this kind of tapered front look. Helps with a bit of clearance. And then I just cut the hole in the back. That is all I did with the body. Like I say, I use Velcro because Velcro for me just works so much better than magnets. I just like it. I know it's going to stick well and kind of just work. So it's not on mag mounts, it's just on a bit of Velcro. And then our kind of 3D printed dash that we use in one of our transit van builds, I just painted him up and scaled it in. It actually went in really well. I didn't need to cut and shut it too much. Clear PTG plastic for the windows. Again, they're just super glued in. Bit of chrome vinyl actually for the lights, which work really well. Got a nice look to them. Quite reflective, which is quite nice for some headlamps. But yeah, other than that, just a nice little paint job again. You kind of know my style. I'd love to kind of put shiny or weathered and then put racing decals on it. It's just kind of my thing. I think I'll just love the way it looks. Yeah, it's super easy. Now, these decals you can actually get off eBay. I use like NASCAR decals because you get quite a lot of sponsors and numbers and all kinds of stuff. That's not an alarm. That's cows. It is probably maybe TB testing today or weighing today. But there's a lot of mooing. Anyway. All right, so let's talk about the chassis. So the chassis is actually a 3D printed design of my own, aka the boat. It's just such a crap name, but it does look like a boat. It's super simple, but it just changes the geometry up enough to give you some nice clearance, really nice oil, slow moving. Oh, that one's actually so slow. Stopped actually coming up now. I did actually put soft springs on those, so once they get moving they'll probably be right, but the front, it's got a real nice slow movement on it. The other thing I've done is 3D printed this kind of exhaust system that sticks out the back, purely cosmetic, no performance values. And this fuel tank or the fuel cell that goes over the motor and just tidies it all up, and then the body just sits between this tiny little line in here between the gearbox and this fuel cell. All right, let's talk about who we're wearing today. So we got hot racing shocks, which are actually okay. They're really slow moving on the front and very little on the rear. They're more of like a compressive static movement on the rear, but they are nice and smooth. So that is the main thing, and they offload super slow. Batrazzi bottom links, which are super cool. The only thing we've got is probably a little bit too much drive shaft sticking out the bottom here, but it doesn't really kind of foul from the front. We might get a little bit high. I might have to make like a little slider plate underneath it. Batrazzi front links for the steering, plus a servo saver on the rear as well. These deep brass 1.3 Injora wheels that are they're just so nice. Such a great wheel. Big, juicy brass wheels on it. I mean, the recess on them is so deep. They're just great. So plenty of extension without putting extensions on the hub. So plenty of offset on these. Plus Injora tyres. So we're actually running the Swamp Stompers. These are 63 mils on these. Easily take a little bit more, but front is definitely going to rub a little bit on the body, but I don't really mind a bit of body rub every now and then. And then the rear extensions from RC all-wheel drive. I think if anyone's got an FCX24, Batrazzi also do like a extra links. So, you could use links from their 1/18ths and put it on the rear of your 24s just to give you that longer reach. Once you put the longer reach on these FCX24s, their crawling capability, especially inclines, becomes so much better. But other than that, it's really all the electrics all stock. There's nothing funky going on. I haven't put no crazy servos in it, no crazy motor. It's still stock motor. It's purely a great looking rig. And I think the stance on this is really nice. It's got a great looking stance. I kind of gone with this rock racer, this kind of bobtail style. Now, I'm not going to go too crazy with lines today. I don't want to break it. Not yet. But we're going to get it on the course and see if we can get it looking super cool. Ooh, cows are home. Expected. Slow crawls always, I think with the FCX24s and the FCX24Ms, you get a good one, especially when it comes down to the brushed. This is super stable. It's definitely got a bit of a, it's a low belly dragger, but it's going to have its limits, but I'm super impressed with it. So there she is, the CEO of FCX24. Built, but actually it does really well. Control, steering's not great, but they never really are, especially when you've got big old juicy tyres like this. But it looks so cool. Absolutely love this build. Alright guys, thanks for joining. Just a quick thank you to everyone that takes the time to like, share and subscribe. It really makes a big difference to us at Reactive Terrain, because it means that we keep doing what we do and keep supporting the community in the UK regarding the world of micro and mini crawlers. Thanks guys.